So according to our group chat, we are going to clerics. Do you guys need?
Yeah, the clerics, I bet, are going to kill us.
So we spoke to the elder, and he said that we need to go to the clerics.
Talk to them to learn more about what we're looking for, but that's all you're told.
Yeah, you wanted to look into the nomadic clerics that were seen north of town before all the undead crap started happening.
Yes, because Nid believes that clerics are the reason why undead are happening, because they came and then an undead came after them.
I'm actually with you there.
BRB, real quick.
Correlation, maybe not causation, but still.
Actually,
Nid sees coincidences. Nid does, however, not see gold.
He doesn't see coincidence. He just sees coin spelled wrong.
what was the last map?
Oh wait, it is spelled correctly. He just sees coin.
I'm trying to copy everybody and do a map real quick. Ah!
Oh.
Fuck.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was trying to find a notepad. Can't find a notepad, so I'm just gonna use mine.
Okay, edit that out.
Oh yeah, and we have a new BFF. His name's Asher.
We do. I forgot about that,
yeah.
actually.
Oh,
James, I accidentally made 3 of Tessa. So.
Oh, that's
I
alright.
find it funny that I in my notes I have BFF Azure in parentheses hostage.
Actually, yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Well, he kind of is a hostage right now.
I actually kind of forgot about him, so it's a good thing you mentioned it.
Yeah, we should start playing. Fuck, where is he? I had a plot device here. Where'd it go?
I had a plot device.
Oh no, my plot device accidentally evolved into a plot hole.
I mean, that's entirely likely.
Obtain an Asher.
Oh my god, just putting him in your inventory?
He's not a reindeer.
That's not how this works.
I'm just picturing us carrying him like on a pole with like his limbs tied to it.
Yes.
Be nice to him. Not a bad day.
Okay,
You know,
want to hear my notes?
What?
The only thing I have for our last session is Smith and Inn owner, mobile inn, Smithson.
Smithens.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Like,
I
last
think
thing-
Smithson.
literally the last thing I wrote was Titan mercenaries are to the west.
It's a good thing that Riven takes better notes.
Oh, that and I said, how do you defeat an enemy with a weapon that can destroy you? You just take the weapon, but that's less funny.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm writing the notes down as if Nid was reading it in his own.
And they're
No,
still
I'm
somehow
doing that
better
too.
than James.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
William can't read.
I'm trying to think, like, how does low charisma do with all this? He understands the writing. No one else will.
Isn't low brain power.
I know. Charisma is putting it into words.
Isn't that intelligence?
No.
Intelligence is
Effectively.
knowing words.
He knows words. He just puts them together the wrong way.
Wisdom isn't knowing which way to put them in. Is charisma just wisdom in a social setting?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it
Charisma is know how
That
to
and
say
force
a
of
tomato.
personality. It's what differentiates you from like a mindless drone.
I thought you were about to
Everything
say
that makes you
druid.
you. Yeah. Druids have no charisma. Well, I think they
I
live
mean,
in the forest.
That's pretty accurate.
Wisdom.
Alright.
Hmm.
What?
Wisdom is knowing whether or not a tomato is fruit or a vegetable.
You already got it
Isn't
wrong. You already
no
got it wrong.
intelligence is knowing that it's a fruit.
There you go.
Wisdom is knowing not to put it in a fruit salad.
Oh, okay.
Charisma is knowing that a tomato-based dressing is just a salsa.
You three are the most idiotic people I have ever met in my fucking life.
Unfortunately for you, you're stuck with us.
No, that's like a badge of honor. It's like, we're annoying Riven. The guy's like, whatever.
I'm grabbing some water and then I'll be
Well,
like actually ready.
Well, you're also talking to the guy who is easily annoyed.
That's what we're here for.
See, the thing is, sometimes I don't know if I'm doing a good job, just because every now and then you're like, I'm annoyed. I'm like, oh crap, I did a thing. Or is he just being Riven?
It just comes naturally to me.
No, your existence
like you
is
and
what
words.
annoys me.
Yeah, Riven and being chill, just like you and words.
What now?
Actually, me and Chill go hand in hand, actually.
I know, that was just a joke on Hope's part. You actually are chill. Like, okay, here's my confidence in you. I have root beer with Everclear in it, and every time that you screw up the English language, I take a drink. That's my confidence in you right now. And Ryan just said, I will die.
You know, I think I will get water too.
But you notice people start to kind of pack up. Some of the merchants are still lingering and talking to each other. They're kind of saying their goodbyes. You kind of overhear some plans that some of them will meet up next year. And I guess you guys are going to head up to where the clerics were at?
Yeah.
All right.
Any other ideas, gents?
Eegy has some water to obtain.
Yeah, if y'all want to go out there and pick up some water.
You know, a discount from when she saved him.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Did you happen to get, like, a card for those merchants so you know which ones they are?
Shit.
You can do,
Excuse me, which one of you did I save?
Isn't gather information a thing in
Diplomacy.
Pathfinder, James?
Excuse me, which one of you still owes me some coin?
It's part of diplomacy now.
Nobody's going to answer to that. James, you don't diplomacy people into, like, learning about the town.
No, gather information is one of the things you use diplomacy for in Pathfinder. It's not in Pathfinder otherwise.
That's stupid. Okay. Would it be just a charisma check then?
Oh, sure. If you don't have ranks in diplomacy, then yeah, it'd be charisma.
Okay. Well, give me a diplomacy check, I guess, to try and figure out if you can find the information on these people.
So, I guess just a plain old D20 then.
Do you have any charisma?
Nope.
Then yes.
I have no problem believing that.
Plain D20.
12.
They don't... the group of merchants that y'all saved don't stand out much, except for the fact that they had gotten lost a couple days ago. So not a lot of people know who they are, but you do manage to find a couple of people that direct you to the general area that they're in, if y'all want to search around there. If anyone else would like to try diplomacy.
I'm waiting for Eegy or someone to be like, hey, you're good with words, aren't you?
Jeez. Me with 11 charisma.
I don't know what you're doing. You didn't tell me what you're doing.
Okay, so I walk up to the nearest person.
Actually, I was going to say, I lean in, I put my arm around Azure, I go, hey Azure, would you happen to know who these 5 gentlemen are? And we like basically describe what some of them look like. Maybe.
Torturing the young lad already.
Boy, that's my job.
Basically, I'm making him do the check because I can't do it.
Yeah, let's actually see if he knows. I mean, I would assume. Yes. He says, yeah, they're regulars here at just about every bazaar. I'll take you to them. And he leads you guys off towards it's kind of like a plain tent, nothing too fancy about it. And as you approach, one of the men that you had saved from earlier steps out and he says, welcome, you folks were the ones that saved us earlier. How can we help you?
Yeah, I'd like to get some water.
This is a desert. We all would. Hook, do you walk up to random people and say, golly gee, I wish I had a Pepsi?
Wait, I kind of like skimmed over. Were those the people that we saved?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
okay. Hello, my good fine sir.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
My masterwork, gentlemen.
Please.
+1.
Azure, these are the kind of people I have to deal with.
Excuse me, gentlemen and or lady. It's just gentlemen.
Sorry, I was drinking water. For now, yeah, he's the only one at the storefront.
What my associate so eloquently suggests, or was trying to suggest.
Don't you mean wife there, dwarf?
Sorry, wife. And then like, as the words the wife leave, it's like, yeah, wife, and then it like ticks. It takes a few seconds. Just wait. No, not wife.
If you do remember, the folks got a 20 to disbelieve the fact that you two are engaged, so he kind of rolls his eyes when you say that.
Yes, marriage, life partner, person.
Life coach.
Life coach.
That'll be a horrible life indeed.
Life is in shambles. Wife, associate, so eloquently tried to say she would like to purchase water. Perhaps an arrangement can be reached.
You said you would give us a discount.
She's just yelling at the back over the dwarf.
Like, poke head around. For money.
Asher kind of like leans closer to Nid and whispers, "Why don't you run?"
I look at him and I go, "They owe me money."
It's like, you stole my money, and we're like, "Here, take some swords."
The shopkeeper says, "Yeah, we're very grateful for you saving us. Just wait a moment and we'll bring some up from the back." And he heads into the back, and you hear what sounds like a heavy object thudding around on the sand. And he rolls a barrel up through the to the front of the tent, and it's got one of those little, I don't want to say spigot, but you know what I mean, like the little faucet things on it. He says, "We don't have many canteens left. As the bazaar kind of runs to the end, a lot of people have already got what they need, but we can fill you folks up if you have any."
I would just kind of like put my hand like on Eegee's back and just kind of push her forward, be like, "Say thank you."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Nick, can I borrow some canteens?
You guys each have a bunch.
Oh.
I don't think we gave you a number, but like when you first got to town, everybody got at least 3 or 4.
Did I? I thought I was just looking around town.
See, Riven keeps notes.
I was wondering why I had random water skin.
Well, you were the one that was looking for the water skins in the first place.
You were indeed.
Yeah.
You could check around to see if there's more if you want, but I think 3 should like be relatively decent as long as you guys don't suddenly become salt fiends.
Or eat nice pretzels. Annie Ann's pretzels.
Heck yes. You hand them over to the guy, or you sit there juggling them, trying to earn some coin?
We do the thing. We eloquently juggle him one at a time.
Roll the juggle.
Roll juggle.
All right, Eegy, do a dexterity check.
Oh, you're the one that wants to juggle.
All right. Wait a minute. What is it? Oh wait, I actually have very good dex. Oh wait,
what do you have?
I realize I have all caps on, so it sounds like I'm very angrily like, roll d20. Oh wait, I just typed in /roll. Nah. Take that!
James, would you like to narrate this one, or do you want me to?
Oh, I got this. I'm like, all right, hand me the canteens. And I try to be like, oh, this will be fun. I start slightly trying to juggle them, kind of dropping them a bit. And as soon as I try to pass one to him, I accidentally put a little too much oomph on it. Instead of being like, here you go, it's more like a, here, take this. And I just throw at it, and you just hear a kong as it bounces off his head. And it clatters to the floor.
Off the merchant's head?
Yeah, a very awkward silence occurs.
Eegy starts to laugh.
He just stares at you. He's like, does somebody else want to help this poor butterfingered dwarf?
I'm just gonna sigh and just like hand.
I do this. 1, 2, 3, got it.
I'm going to like hand the canteen.
Asher raises his hand, not it.
I'm gonna like push the canteens towards Eegy, and if she doesn't take them, I'm just gonna drop them onto the floor and walk away.
I'll throw them at you too.
She picks up on them bleh. She picks them up and says, "All right, fine. I'll be the adult in here."
You hear a voice in the distance. For once. The merchant takes them from him and begins to fill them up one at a time. And he asks, "So where are you folks heading?"
Why, we need to go find them their clerics that were still here in town.
He says, "Lucky for you folks, they tend to stay until the very end to make sure that everybody's taken care of. They should still be in the north part, near the center."
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Riven, every time you speak, I feel like you need a taller and taller cowboy hat, and I love it. Like, I really love that voice.
Well, it gets better, because then I'm going to lead in to the dwarf and I go, if you throw a fucking canteen at one of those goddamn clerics, I swear to God, I will shoot it out of the sky.
Paul!
Well, the thing is, I was actually going to do that, but then when he said that he, like, pretty much hit the guy in the head, I was like, that would probably end badly.
I'll shoot it. Bam!
Oh, God.
God damn.
My eyes! He asks the group, "Do you happen to have anything else that you folks need along the way? We still have a little bit of our stock."
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
Sorry, he asks if you folks need anything else while you're on your way. They still have some of their items in stock.
I can't really think of anything.
Do you have any D20 plasma rifles laying around?
Do you know what a D20 plasma rifle is?
No.
Why?
I'm sorry, I had to do that.
No, you get to sit there and reap what you sow, you stupid bitch.
Okay, hold up. How does Eegy know what they are?
She's a meta breaker.
What the hell's a meta breaker?
She's aware of things.
That's not a meta waker.
That's Deadpool.
A meta waker? What is that, Riven?
I'm
Somebody
done.
that wakes up when the meta gets boring.
Main?
What?
Main?
I was gonna say fourth wall breaker. Is what I was going to say.
That's clever. I get what you mean.
Thank
you. Did you actually need anything? Because
No.
if you ask that, he's just gonna think you're from, like, outer space.
No.
James, I have an actual legitimate question.
I have a probably smart-ass answer, but I'll try to be legitimate. What's up?
Does D&D have outer space or just outer planes? Like, is space just an astral plane?
They are one and the same, actually.
Huh. Okay. I was just curious. Never thought about it.
Little different physics.
It's like a different dimension, but the same occupied area.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. I'd never considered it. It's the plane of fire and the sun.
There you go.
Do you guys have anything else that you want? Or are you just grabbing the water and heading out to the clerics?
I was investigating a thing.
But you didn't.
I know. It took that long to figure out.
Asher, it just occurred to me that you had friends, didn't you?
He says, yeah, I did, but we got separated in the town.
Tell me, did those friends happen to run into, I don't know, a wolf girl that may or may not have been trying to pick a fight?
One of them was grumbling something about some kind of prince, but I didn't really care too much.
Good to know.
He asks, "Do you mean that wolf girl?"
Well, I mean,
Trying to hide her
they
face.
could be
No!
different. And besides, she's a wolf. I meant to say fox, actually.
Close enough.
Nope. Well,
Besides, people get canines mixed up all the time.
There's a few of them that come through the desert area. I'm sure it could just be a misunderstanding. What the heck is a nons?
Never mind.
Eegy, she waves.
it was a mistake.
Eegy, she waves.
I meant to put waves.
She waves.
Let's continue on, Snorty McSnorter.
Ryan continues the story.
Stop talking in third person. You're the DM.
Ryan does not wish to stop talking in third person.
Shut the fuck up. Let's do this.
Bones. Oh,
Call back, asshole.
thank you. Thank you, James. Are you guys heading to the north now? Is there anything else you even gonna say goodbye? You're just gonna start walking away with a blank stare in your eyes?
I want to shake his hand and apologize for the giant rising lump on his head.
He says, I guess it's not that big of a deal since you did save my life. It's a lot better off than what I would have been without you folks.
Stop being so nice.
Maybe you should be a dick.
Well, no, it's just I did a thing. Oh, I accidentally did a thing that hurt him. Oh, it's totally fine because you saved me. Oh. The guilt.
Eegy waves goodbye to them and says thanks.
They thank you again for saving them and wish you luck in your travels.
And to you as well, friend, traveler.
And you as well, companion. You just gonna moonwalk away there.
And you as well, healthy meat sack.
Oh my god,
There.
can we do a campaign where we all are just like zero charisma? Try to like conversation as
like
much
that.
as possible.
Friendly meat bags, it is nice to see you.
Greetings, sacks of blood. I am glad to see your contents are safe within your shells. Edit that out. As you guys head to the north of the town, you still kind of see the same thing. Like, there's a lot less tense than before. You can say that everything is less intense. And does Eegy happen to remember the way to the clerics?
Can I, like, walk her through what she did?
Got a leash?
Well, no, like, alright, where'd you go? What
Yeah,
steps
for
did you
collar
take?
first.
Can I try to help her remember being like, alright, what was the last thing you did? What did you do after that?
I mean, yeah, roll to thing. What would that even be?
Alright. There we go.
What the?
You're a
Um,
dick.
I don't think that's how that works.
What?
Have-
It's all of my skill things put together. Because
No,
we
it's
don't know what
not.
it is.
At level 20, maybe.
Alright, what am I rolling actually?
That's a great question. You're trying to help her remember something, and didn't we agree that memory was wisdom?
That would make more sense.
So, wisdom check? For Eegy. I don't... Maybe you'd roll to aid another?
Oh god. Eh.
I think you get your aid another to work.
Eh. Come
But
on, it was
you need to
yesterday.
roll wisdom.
Begins with a W. Not Weast.
Considering that you spent a decent amount of time there, I'm gonna, and because you get a +2 from James doing his aid another, I'm gonna say that you can know where it's at. And as you guys start showing up, you see one of the clerics has a backpack on, and he's waving to the inside of the tent, and he starts to head away. It still seems like there's people in the tent. It's not like he's gonna just wave to the patients like, "Good luck." Do you guys Want to just walk towards the tent, or call out to him, or
Wait,
sit
is he
down and
leaving?
make some
Well,
stew? How would you know?
I mean,
Oh, like, was he walking away?
Yes.
All right, just like be like, stop that cleric. No.
Stop that, Claire! We need healing!
Just look at Ned. Get him!
Can you all just show up with like silver and green katanas and just go, I need healing?
son of a
I don't want to do the talking this time. Just kind of like bump Ned and be like, all right, kid, you're up.
Hey, I wasn't here the first time saving my own arm.
Eegy runs straight to the cleric.
Ned goes, or William goes to like elbow Eegy, but she's not even there.
He just
He realizes that she's already left.
He's just, oh no.
She's looking around. Oh no, no, she's talking to people.
I look at him. I'm like, that's all on you, little man.
Should have got that leash.
And
I come
remember,
later.
she's faster than the dwarf.
I already got my kid I have to babysit. His name's Asher.
You got yourself a pet.
He's a good boy.
Why am I thinking Asher is like the submissive one while Nid's the dumb?
I mean, if that's the fanfic you want to write, at least be accurate with it. James, isn't your speed 20?
Yep.
So Eegy
Mine-
is significantly faster than the little dwarf in armor.
Well, if she's going full speed, as in like, hey, there's a person, then runs straight
Okay.
at
I'm
him.
just picturing like Hook's character just running up to it and just running up to the guy standing in front of him, wagging her.
James, do you think that Eegy in her life ever doesn't go full speed?
Well,
If that's the case, it sounds like she'd have to go like her full movement anytime she moves. It's like,
Yes.
oh, I need to go forward 5 feet to get through this door. She goes all like 40
No,
feet forward
wall.
and straight into the wall that was right outside that door.
Telling me she wouldn't.
well, right now she's
I
jogging
don't know.
towards him.
How about we just say that the rest of us just walk behind her?
I'm trying to keep her from talking, so I'm going slightly faster.
The cleric recognizes you as you start to approach, and he waves at you, and he's like, "Hey, what brings you back up here? You seem like you're okay." There seems to be a cedar crab in the distance.
Roll to tackle, please.
I just
What is that? Is that bull rush, James?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to.
bull rush.
Do I get a bonus because I'm a dwarf and dwarf can get this?
You're not a cannonball.
Okay, if this fails, instead of it being a tackle, it's gonna look like me running up and hugging her from behind.
Where's
Unless you
Guapo?
go on.
Eh.
Oh God.
Have at it.
Just run at her, tackling Spider!
Do you want to take this one, James, or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
Um,
Starting for the next one.
with the just magic of sheer adrenaline at knowing the catastrophe that could potentially happen from Eegy talking to people without somebody next to her, William charges into action, rushing forward way past Ned, leaving him sort of in the dust, very short dust cloud, and tackles Eegy straight to the ground. It's like, nope, need to be with somebody.
Can I make
Stranger
a dodge?
You can try. I
Ex-
mean, what, reflex save? Let's just make it a reflex save.
Do I have reflex save or is
You're a rogue. I would freaking hope so.
What is the DC to resist a natural 20 being smacked to the ground?
That's the point. If he gets a 20, it's a duel of the fates.
Well, I
Oh
don't
no, I'm
have.
shorter. There's less of me.
It should be on the second page, Hook.
Oh,
I don't know where, but it's on it.
oh, I found it. It's 8. So.
Oh. So 1d20 plus 8. Keep in mind, though, James did get a natural 20. Sure. I want to say that Eegy notices it and turns around, but isn't quite sure what to think in time for the collision.
Hello, friend slash husband.
I really want him to land awkwardly on her, but I'm not gonna.
Yes, make the penises touch.
Quick,
my
Hook,
God.
edit in that sexy sex.
Wait,
Oh my
what?
Ryan, can it be canon that it ends awkwardly? Like,
No.
it's like, oh, oh yeah, no, they're fiancés. But to us, it's like,
Wait.
we're not fiancés and this happened. Crap.
I'm in the distance. I ship it.
That's up to both of you. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
like.
know. I guess
unless-
I'll like, get up, like, slightly blushing and be like, don't wander off.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a.
So wait, you tackled her,
I attack her to you.
tackled her to the ground, right?
Yeah. Then I got up, helped you out, and basically said, don't go off on your own. We'll get lost.
Are you holding onto her shirt as you're saying that?
I have rope, but I haven't like made that into like a leash. Do I have to buy a leash or can I make this?
If you
First
have
need a
crafting,
collar.
I don't have craft leash.
I mean, you could take ranks in it. Be leatherworking,
That's
wouldn't
called
it?
use rope.
I mean, if you want to make one out of rope, be uncomfortable. You got that
Also
hemp
known
rope.
as a noose.
I mean, if Nid's holding it.
I ain't holding shit.
You ain't into that?
He already has a puppy.
Touche.
Yeah, this one's more obedient and behaves better.
Doesn't get people thrown out of towns.
So what does the cleric like think of all this?
He's very confused. He's kind of staring at the dust cloud, waiting for one of you to say something because he just doesn't know how to
Ryan,
respond.
can I put ranks in Shibari?
What is Shibari?
It's basically BDSM bondage.
If
No.
you would like to,
Oh god.
I'm not going to
I
stop you.
actually had to Google it to be like, what's the tying thing called? With
It's,
the ropes?
It's probably in the Book of Blue Magic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I still have it.
Big gay
Anyway.
owl.
I walk up to the cleric, I remove my hat, I tip it to him, and I go, "Good evening, good sir. We're here to inquire about them there nomadic clerics that were just here in town, God knows how long ago."
Oh yeah,
Oh.
this gets William's attention. He's like, "Oh right, that's why we're here."
He says, I didn't run into them too much, but the head cleric that oversees actually had direct dealings with them. They frequently traded stories and supplies. He might know more than I would. And he actually starts to head back. He's like, yeah, I'll take you to him.
I'm gonna like poke Eeky and be like, show him the thing you found, the red shiny thing you found when we get there. They might know more about it.
Okay, so she takes him out, but like makes it so that it's apparent that she hits the dwarf in the face as she pulls one of them out.
I need to look up something.
I still ship it.
Did
I
that on
love that.
purpose.
To the guy that you were talking to, or to the head guy? Just without any explanation, you're just gonna be like,
I was
"Thing."
gonna say, like when we get there, we need to show like the people or guy in charge what we found. Like we could show it to this guy, but I didn't mean that guy specifically. Wilgie.
What?
Oh, I like that.
Well, I kind of like that. Why not?
I thought it would be Wiggy, but okay.
Wiggy, let's get wiggy with it.
No, I want Wiggy. We're not doing it.
I still like Nid and Eegee's ship name the best.
Nitty?
Okay. Edit that out.
I'm gonna have to do some editing.
I mean, that'll be a first. What? I mean, the chat's already cleared, James.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, my bad. I assumed you were
doing
being,
anything.
I assumed you were the one that was being helpful.
Freaking natural 20 on disguise for Ned. Stop it, James.
You
You
guys
hobgoblin, you.
you guys get back to the tent. And the guy that you were talking to leans into the tent and he says, Brother Michael, we have some folks that have a couple questions for you. Do you have a moment? And he's just kind of in the back, like sorting various supplies and stuff, and he turns around and he's gestures to you folks. He says, "Yes, come in, please have a seat." He looks back to the other guy, says, "I thought you were leaving." He's like, "I was, but I got stopped." And he asks you folks if you need him to stay for anything or if he can head out on his way.
Do I know this person? Like, have we like actually met this person
Well,
before?
has this person yet to see the jewels that Eegy decided to slam the dwarf in the face with?
No, because I thought you were gonna wait until you got to the like head dude to pull him out. If you want him to stay for it, yeah. Let me roll a couple thingies. Are you gonna say anything, or are you just gonna pull him out and
I'll
go
just look at
da
him
na
and be like,
na?
well, you're welcome to stay. You don't have to go. You can hear this if you wish.
Okay, so she shows it to him and says, "So I found these two out in the desert. One of them decided to turn into a sand skeleton."
I'll preface that. Well, like as Eegee's doing this, I'll just mention these symbols. Something about them's different.
Oh. They take a look at him, and one of the clerics says, "Do you mind if I hold it and like take a look at it closer?"
It's not mine, it's Eegee's, so
Well,
look at Eegie. Made
It's
it?
addressing the group.
She tosses one of them to him.
Milady.
What are you gonna do if he drops it in the sand?
It's sand, it's not gonna break.
Wow, we
I mean-
just have to figure that out, don't we, ladies and gentlemen?
Drop it in the sand, a skeleton pops up. What
what
the
I'm like.
hell, man?
Well, at least I would show proof that I wasn't lying.
See, it's a skeleton. See, I told you. See, watch what happens when you drop the other one. Boom, another skeleton. Oh, crap.
I'm just waiting for like Eegy to be like being chased by demons, like just hordes and hordes. She runs in the desert. She's like, "Now you're trapped," and throws like 80 of them down.
Yeah.
You can just
Eegy,
keep
you see
running.
130 above! Anyway.
Sorry. They both take one apiece and they start looking them over. The guy that was starting to leave says that he doesn't really know much of what it is. He recognizes it as a symbol of Pharasma, but he doesn't know much about.
I was like, yay, he went to school for it. Yay.
He doesn't know too much about the religion other than the deity herself. But the head cleric starts turning it over, and he you can tell he starts to look a little bit uneasy. He's like, "Something's off with these," and he heads back to his supplies in the back and starts pulling out a book and flipping through it. And he asks Eegy, "Where did you say that you found this again?"
One of them out in, by the oasis, and the other just in the desert by where the patrols are.
We'd only had one other person mention anything about sand skeleton, and it seems unusual for it to be tied with Pharasma. Do you folks happen to know anything about her?
Is there money in it?
Nah. If I know anything.
Do you know anything about the deity herself?
Mm,
Do you want the... Tell you what, I'll just give you the short version. She absolutely abhors undead. They're like last year's fashion for a woman. And she says it's not her place to judge whether or not a life that's been taken is just or unjust. It's just circle of life, circle of death. That's the basics.
He says, I'm glad to see that you have heard some things. You understand why this is weird then, that for her symbol to be associated with any kind of undead.
Now you're thinking, laddie.
With portals.
You can understand why we're here then.
Maybe it's cursed.
Well,
You know nothing of magic.
I was about to say, does he? He actually says, that's actually kind of what I was thinking. There's definitely an aura of unease and seems almost evil around these, and most of Pharasma's clerics are good.
Ah, damn it! Why wasn't I a paladin? I don't have detect evil. Ah!
Well, that was your original plan.
Actually, you know what? No, I don't regret this at all. I actually do not regret this yet.
Let me look at something really quick. Huh. Odd. He starts rummaging around through the back drawers where all the supplies are at, and he says, I was starting to think that maybe they had actually been cursed. You see, normally her symbol is a light blue with a little bit of white to it. As you can see, these are dark red. It seems as though they've been kind of twisted into something that they weren't originally, especially if undead are coming out of them. He says he wants to try something, if it's okay with you, since they are still yours.
She shrugs and says, fine.
Wow, you seem so enthused.
She found it was shiny, and she doesn't have a lot of shiny things, so these are kind of important.
I mean, shouldn't her husband be taking care of that?
Every adventure jobs and always, you know, doesn't always pay a lot.
Buy me stuff.
What's the baby on fire?
Yeah, he'll buy you something, all right. This nice, pretty necklace. It just happens to look like a choke collar.
I mean,
Anyway,
Got a pearl necklace, but we're in public.
oh, Lord. Edit that out.
I'm sorry, I don't have enough money yet, okay? You should have married the doctor.
He starts pulling various like little mortars and pestles and like different herbs and stuff out of the back, and he starts to set them all in a bowl, and he sets the jewel in the middle of it, and he says, if there is a curse, this should be able to remove it, or at the very least show us that there is a curse. That's the thing I meant to say.
Puts me at ease, like,
Does it?
significantly.
What if it
No,
pisses
it really
off the curse?
Well, no, the fact of we might at least figure out what the curse is.
Nate's ready to just shoot the jewel, so please get on with it.
Rude.
Justin's already out aiming.
He pulls what seems to be, I guess, basic general knowledge about a cleric. They have like little holy symbols that they cast off of, and if they don't have it, they can't really cast.
Not very well.
But
no.
he pulls what you assume is his symbol out of one of the drawers and starts chanting to it, and you can see kind of a little bit of a darkened shine coming off of the red ruby that's in the sand, not the sand, the mixture. Oh, sorry, my throat's dying on me. And the aura seems to get thicker and thicker, and you can. The head cleric seems to have sweat running down his forehead. He's definitely concentrating. It doesn't seem like he's even really aware that you guys are there anymore. And let me actually roll for this.
Must fight urge to walk in front of him and just wave my hand in front of his face.
That does not sound like a good idea.
It's like, oh no, I might be bad with words, but I know when to not do so.
Eegy steps closer and looks closer at the magic happening.
Don't touch him, Fuzz. No, this happened like 3 episodes ago.
I know.
That's my pet name for you.
Oh my god. Can
Ship it harder.
um the blackened aura that's around the crystal starts getting a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller slowly and like slower and slower. And eventually it just stops and it doesn't seem like it's going to go anywhere. The head cleric stops chanting and it seems like it's a lighter red than before. There's little bits of white in it. It's not the deep dark red it was before. And he says, I'm not really sure what's happened here, but something very, very evil and tragic must have happened to cause this to happen. It seems like normally with clerics you can feel a connection to their deity from any symbol with them, but with these it feels like it's been completely severed. It's almost like they've just been abandoned in the eyes of their deity.
Like the deity abandoned them? Or
Like
the deity?
Like he doesn't really know, but it seems like the connection's definitely been cut.
Like it's gone, or it's like that she repels it now.
I don't know that he would have a way to know that.
So, okay. That's odd.
But he says like basically that something really evil must have happened. He's detecting. It seems like there's almost like a physical aura of hate on the object, and he doesn't think that he has the power to get rid of it. He says to be careful with it and not to let it touch the ground again if it is really behind all of these undead appearances.
I'm half tempted to just have her juggle him in front of him.
Lord, we've seen how juggling goes tonight. If you'd like to try it, go for it.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that just leaves one thing, dear friends.
Don't
Where
shoot it.
did those nomadic clerics go?
I was about to say, if you say, "Where's my money?" So help me. Did you guys have anything to add to that, or?
Can I have my jewel back?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
He hands the lighter one back to you.
Can I just go yoink in the middle of it?
If you want to make a sleight of hand check, go for it. James, would it be sleight of hand or dex?
Oh, it's a sleight of hand is basically trying to intercept anything or to take it from somebody.
One second.
Okay.
So sleight of hand could be used to snatch it out of someone's hand before they hand it to someone else.
Mexico over here. That ringtone, though.
Eegy will chop your hand off.
If she had her weapons out. Yeah. What I say is I have a spell that lets me talk to a dead body and it tells me like the last few things that happened to it.
If you can find the bodies.
Well, yeah, like if what I'm saying is if for some reason...
James, can you actually do that with an undead? Or do you actually have to have the corpse?
Well, part of it's still in that holy symbol or whatever the thing is now.
So what's your plan? You gonna tie up sand?
Well, if it touches sand, it starts making a thing.
Yes.
Get it wet, tie it up, cast the spell, tell me your secrets. I know there's a 99% chance this won't work, but hey, it's a theory.
That's actually pretty clever. The
thing is, it's a skeleton. How does it talk? I don't have magic mouth. I can't give it a voice.
Well, even if you did, wouldn't you be pre-programming what it says?
Yeah, good point.
Tell
me your secrets. And it's just clack, clack, clack of teeth.
Doesn't Speak with Dead only give you a question at level 1?
Oh, that's Speak with Dead. Mine is... Where is it? I have to find the spell list.
So how many questions per day can you ask?
A dead body?
Depends on how many times
as many as you want. Whether or not they reply is different.
James, is it a class ability?
No. It's actually something specific to... Crap, where'd it go? Dang it. I'm gonna have to find it on... I don't want to say the wiki.
Sure it's not a class ability?
Okay, hold on. It's a level 0 spell. It's not super awesome. Alright, let's see. It's called Grave Words. I can, make it load.
I'm working on that as well.
It won't work on undead, it just says one dead creature. With this spell and a touch, you can force a corpse to talk to you, but you can't ask it specific questions or communicate with it at all. It will start babbling for 1 round, spitting out random sentences. There is a 10% chance this information is of some use.
Wow.
It is difficult to distinguish whether the information is useful. Well, it's a level 0.
Yeah.
I can just imagine, like, my skin itches! You don't have any skin.
It's because I itched it off.
Thank you, Ryan.
Sorry about that. So what do I have to do?
Sleight of hand. If you don't have any ranks in it, it's a dex check. I also love your Mexican
I
ringtone.
do. It's 8.
Nice.
By the way, for the record, God, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Fuck it. Who cares? Okay, doing the roll.
Insert southern accent here. Roll.
You know, I was gonna say you could GM roll it to me, but James, what would you oppose that with? Especially if it's like unexpected.
The only way that she'd be able to get out of this is if she saw him coming, which would be perception, and like that's it.
Okay. Eegy, roll a
She
perception.
kind of loses.
Okay. Let's see. Where is
Like
my
we could all see it, but we're not the one that Nid is stealing from. Sorry, commandeering thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God! A dragonfly just picked this thing up and flew away.
I don't even think she notices.
Like she's like getting it back. She's like, wait a minute, where the frick is it? Did I already get it? Is it in my pocket?
She looks around and then looks immediately towards Nid.
Please hold your hands up and be like, nothing here, nothing here. Just
He
like
would have had
magic hands.
time to stick it in his pocket and hold his hands up. They'd have nothing in them.
Well, that's not what my intention was gonna be.
Go for it. I mean,
My intention was gonna be evil medallion, dumbass rogue. Does anybody see the consequences of this action?
Ned kind of, or not Ned, William just kind of like holds his hands up like a, well, yeah. Kind of like a shrug. I was like, yeah, you got a point.
She draws both her knife and her axe out.
I will tackle you again. Do not draw your weapons on an ally.
She does it anyways.
Thumbs.
She does it anyways, says, get that back, now.
Look,
Don't
sweetheart,
make me-
we've been in the same cell for God knows how long. I think I know a bad idea where I see one.
Yes, and
And
it's
you're
giving it
drawing-
to you. Now give me it before you lose a hand. I hope you like that shooting hand of yours.
I'll need one to shoot you, kid.
Like William, puts his hand up to be like, hold on. Then he's just, go ahead.
A
Both of you go ahead.
tumbleweed. A tumbleweed
happens.
blows between them.
I'm not getting in between this. Put her in her place.
Can I roll
There I
to
go.
attack?
Well, here's the thing. Let me just do one thing. Fetch! I throw it out the tent.
Oh my lord. Oh no.
Oh god.
Please tell me you did the old didn't even throw it trick.
Okay.
She
Bluff
puts away
check.
her weapons and goes
Bluff
right
check.
towards it.
Okay, did you actually throw it?
Yes, I actually.
Damn it,
Oh,
Riven!
God.
You
Which
should have. That would
Which
be
one-
great.
which one did you take?
The evil one.
I thought there was only whichever one that guy
I
had.
just got the one that
Okay.
the guy tried to free from the curse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It lands outside and the wind starts picking up again. And you can see the sand start to move a little bit. And Eegee's out of the tent, and it's pretty obvious to see where it's at.
She dive bombs towards it.
Can we notice that this is same thing as the last thing that. What's happening now with like that wind's picking up and sand doing the thing that like, hey, this is the thing that happened last time.
Yeah, it should be obvious on the third time that it happens.
Just like look at Nid like as I'm walking out, be like, oh, why? Not up there.
Would it be acrobatics to dive towards it?
Yeah, if you want to. If you want to do it with style.
Okay.
Oh,
Give me a style check.
The numbers make it more effective.
Please
Catch it
face
with
plant.
your teeth, Nappa.
Okay. 25.
Yes. She just like handsprings towards it and freaking like in the middle of like the roll, she just leans down and grabs it and stands up like 10.
And it's actually just a lump of clay.
And the sand stops moving and it dies down. The wind dies down. The clerics look a little concerned.
And she says out loud, says, "You ever touch these again, I will chop your hands off in your sleep."
I pick up his axes and I go, "Good thing you don't have an axe to cut my hand off then."
Oh.
No, I said she puts away, not
You said
drops.
put down. You did not say
I
put
said
away.
put away!
James, did you hear put down?
I heard drop, actually.
Okay, the moment that I heard them start
drop.
arguing, it was just all I heard in my brain was just, oh crap, oh no, oh
I
crap. So anything you said, I didn't hear.
I heard drop.
I heard drop.
I heard want, bad idea.
I will
want,
go.
want, fight in
I
the party.
will edit this video and
So
show you.
You're just gonna get there and just like, I drop my weapon.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. I'll call myself out if I'm wrong. She
Bluff
puts
check.
away her weapons and goes
Bluff
right
check.
towards it.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I will. What am I gonna do? Like edit my voice?
Yes,
Yes.
directly over that point.
No, Hook does not have the willpower to go through and do that. He doesn't have the patience.
Too much editing.
No, it will be like No, it's like okay. No, Eegy.
I
I
put away
drop
my weapons.
Or I put away my weapon, and then so on and so forth. It's like an unprofessional cut.
Well, for sake of argument, let's say that he did, and I just toss him back to him.
Okay. That would have been fun if you held them hostage.
Yeah, hold the rifle next to the axe. One more step and the axe.
I'm
Well,
gonna
she
run to the
still
bathroom
has
real
her
quick.
crossbow.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a gun. By all means, have a duel.
Well, it's not like she.
Turn 6 paces and shoot.
Well, it's
You
not.
hear click from the crossbow as you hear
No, it's not like.
thunder shooting from this gun.
No, it's not like if he did held it hostage and at night she just goes up to him and just shoots him silently in the head.
You think a crossbow is silent?
Yes, it's more silent than a fucking gun he's holding.
Yes, it is. But he's saying like, I'm gonna like silently sneak up and like kill him with a crossbow. You know
I
how
have
loud
stealth,
those things are?
motherfucker. I have a rank in stealth. Come at me, bro.
I
have a rank in stealth. Come at me, bro.
have a rank in perception. I'll see you coming.
In your sleep?
Oh, actually, I have a rank in perception. Too.
There, yeah, same here. You can still tell someone is there when you're sleeping, but you have like a -15 to doing so.
And not only that, you're going to do that to a soldier.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Even if you didn't know what his class was, this guy was a soldier. You like shiny things.
Gee, let me just sneak on the sand. Sand makes so much noise.
Kind of, actually, yeah.
Actually, yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. Does
Like,
it?
no, it really does. Just
Really?
because
Yeah, it
it's
really does.
coarse, whenever you step into it, it crunches and grinds against itself.
Are you sure you're not talking about dirt?
No, that would be gravel, for
You,
one thing.
okay, Riven, can you explain why dirt and sand are nowhere even close to each other? Let's start with, texture.
Well, here's the thing. If you hold a thing of dirt, it's gonna feel more solid than a sand.
Then a sand. Just
Yeah.
the one.
One.
A
Not
single
a
grain of sand.
Not a grain of sand. A whole sand. It's kind of like a wumbo.
This desert's full of a sand, and it's just blank space with a single grain.
Anywho,
You don't say, "Oh, I'll sandpaper it." No, you sandpaper it.
Alright, so what did I miss while I was gone?
nothing.
Okay.
Just telling Hook that trying to kill Nid in his sleep
With a crossbow.
will only end poorly.
She sneaks into the room and he just like slowly raises up vampire style. I never sleep.
But I'm just think of it this way: you're coming up on somebody who's been in wars. Is that a good idea?
He's gonna like have like a PTSD episode and kill you.
I mean, did you see what? I mean, do you remember? Well, actually, your character wouldn't remember, but do you remember what I did when frickin' dwarf over here tried to wake me up?
I actually have no idea. What did you do?
I don't know.
I literally hopped out of the tent and pointed my gun at you.
Good thing you
I
didn't
really
have
did
bayonet.
do that.
Oh. Alright.
That's what the sword's for. Anywho.
Love using so
Yeah,
much.
I feel like we've been like going on, and I'm actually the reason for that. So.
Anyways.
Any dang ways. But okay, we got told about the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw his weapons
Eyes
back.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, the tie has been severed. All right, what are we doing now?
It's up to you guys. I mean,
I
do you
go-
have
I go.
feedback?
Well, as I was saying, I go. Well, actually, no. We already got told it. The thing about the clerics.
Mhm.
Aren't we going to Ravengrow now?
Yeah, something about somebody mentioned Ravengrow.
Well, no. Actually, I was kind of curious about something.
Mm.
The stones we have in the bracers, are
Mhm.
they actually the same as the stones?
Oh, the little
The little
ruby
things.
Yeah.
thingies? He can check if you'd like, but he doesn't know.
That'd be an awesome tie-in.
He ow, doesn't know off the top of his head because he's never seen anything like it. But if one of you would like to volunteer, he can attempt to check.
Me.
All right.
Why not?
You're suddenly
Sir.
enthusiastic.
Sir
Well,
Dwarfington steps
If
forward.
they accidentally try to,
Blow
like,
off his
touch-
arm.
Yeah, he'll blow off his arm. Because,
I
like,
was 100%.
he's like, go ahead,
gonna
touch
get...
my arm. He has a flashback. Oh God! Bam!
What the fuck? You just see a mushroom cloud.
In my defense, he looked like he had it coming. Go ahead.
Give me one moment. Okay. He as you step forward, he steps forward with it, and he holds his holy symbol with one hand and the bracer with the other, and he starts chanting again.
Yeah, Macaron.
That is
I say that under my breath.
And again, a light seems to come from his symbol, and it seems like a very faint light seems to come off of yours, and it's not like a solid one. It seems like it flickers a bit, and it seems like it's off more than it's on.
I want to tap at it like you would a watch when you're not sure if it's working.
Like actually,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
when you tap at it, the cleric stops, and he's just like, "Excuse me."
Sorry, I thought it was broken. This usually helps.
He
Put my hand
said.
down. Carry on. Good.
He said that he really wasn't getting anything from it. He asks if you folks are familiar with magic items.
I slowly look at him as if he just said, fairy godparents are on Crocker.
Fairy godparents!
Magical items! Nope, not the same.
He
Very
says,
magic weapon! There we go.
Horcrux! Anyway.
Doctor
That's even better.
Octagonopus. He
Proper
says,
Voldemort.
Sorry.
Roger Mort.
some magic items after a while begin. Sorry. Oh god, my back was spazzing. Some magic items after a while begin to either lose the strength of the enchantment placed upon them, or given enough time, they may lose it altogether. This seems kind of similar. It feels like at one time it might have had some divine power to it, but as it is right now, I am not getting too much out of it. It just seems like there's traces of something.
Hold on. Divine power.
Is it similar to that deity?
He says he can't really tell. There's not too much with it. Like there's not too much to go off of, but he says it does feel like it might have belonged to a deity at some point.
This doesn't sound like a magic item. Magic items aren't made from gods.
He says, I didn't mean it as a magic item, I meant it as kind of like an explanation.
Oh, okay. I get you.
It doesn't seem to have magic to it, but it seems to have residual divine energy on it, but it seems very, very faint.
So it's like proof that once something was there, but whatever was there isn't there now.
Yes. Give me 1 second, because I want to try something.
Kind of like scratching his beard a bit. And why
Riven,
would they give us something that has no power?
you have no power here. Could Nid make a perception check for me, please?
God damn it, right.
Somewhere around here is an invisible ferret.
I just read your stupid shoulder devil bullshit.
I was so sad that I didn't get any response to that.
I'm sorry. I was looking away. But I want to read it though. If you want to slip me an arcane grace, you can have some premium ammo. Oh god, sorry. Okay, perception.
So is Ned the only one close enough to realize this, or is it just something that only he would have known?
It's something that he would care about specifically.
Oh, okay.
God dang. This is entertaining. Okay.
You can
so,
run another way.
Perception I have every fucking time.
He sees the shiny and he's like, oh damn it, I can't focus on anything else.
Well, okay, James, feel free to contest me on this. But you guys were, like, you and Eegy were both kind of intent on watching him. I'm trying to figure out what it was, right?
Oh no, I will not dispute you at all. That is
Oh, no.
actually what had my full attention.
And Hook, do you agree with that? That, like, Eegy would have been watching him do the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with this outcome.
I would assume that Riven would be the only one that would care, but I had Asher make a stealth check to try to get away while you guys were distracted, and I assumed that Nid would be the only one that would continually care enough to make sure that he stayed.
Did we lose our mascot?
You might have.
Oh my god.
You guys, Nid turns around and he sees that Asher's no longer there.
Just
I
like,
mean,
narrows
you
his eyes. No.
You guys had him hostage. He didn't really. He was kind of scared to be there.
Hey Nid, did you have him on a leash?
Here's the problem here, kid. You picked a fight with his teammates.
I really cannot wait for Nid to have like a bandolier of leashes. Just to keep the various NPCs you run across. James, I have a question.
Go ahead.
You know the Weapon Master gauntlets that you can tie a weapon to and like draw it whenever you want?
Oh, I know them very well.
Could you tie like bind a leash to it so that if the person wearing it tries to run away, you can call it back to the gauntlet?
You mean like a whip?
Not like a whip, but kinda.
Well, theoretically yes, but I don't know if it would actually pull them with it or if it would just like turn that into like.
And like it would just suck up
magic
the leash.
And it might.
Well, that's because I was thinking, because I know a common thing to do with it is to throw spears and then have the gauntlet call the spears back.
Or just have like a leash that has just returning on it.
That'd work. I just
That would suck. Throw it around the neck. He has to get dragged back. No.
Sorry.
Freedom.
I had a very like ADD thought. What was? Oh, you guys noticed that Asher seems to be missing.
Oh.
And I proceeded to
We're
say
down
that.
one friend.
No, I'm like, well, we're probably gonna have to kill him next time we see him. All the guys are ready.
I was about to kill him anyway, so...
I'm just kind of like tilt my head slightly and be like, well, that was quick. I thought y'all were friends.
Dwarf, this dumbass wolf almost started a fight in the town with his friends.
I was there.
Hey, it's not my fault. They're the one that started it.
Did you start it?
I'm just gonna look at Eegy and be like, nah.
What are you talking about? I wasn't the one that started. I'm being serious.
Like, okay,
Out of character,
Hook,
they're the ones.
You said, hey, you have like the bracers or whatever. It's like, yeah, and like, basically you asked them if they had bracers, if they were like part of our group thing, and they're like, yeah. And then after that, you said something that got them upset.
To be fair,
No.
their group got told that they would have to fight each other, and y'all's didn't because you pissed off the head honcho. Hook,
Well, that's the
specifically pissed off the
That's the thing,
Well, that
though.
you said, what are you gonna do? We're
Yeah.
in here. We're in a market. You can't do anything.
Yup.
Yeah, you antagonized them.
If you didn't say that, we
Okay,
would've
I
been
did
okay.
antagonize them, but I didn't start the fight.
Antagonizing
but
is
you
the same
instigated
thing!
Okay, you instigated it, but you're not the one that was like, all right, motherfuckers, draw your weapons.
Exactly.
Come at me, bro.
It's like no.
I have the high
No,
ground.
no.
morally.
If an officer came up to you and says, "Okay, who threw the first punch?"
I'll point at you.
No, I was the one that's like, "Okay, here, come on, hit me," and then the person would hit me, and then they would get in trouble, not me.
Okay, Hook. If you walk up to a black guy and just shout at the
Why specifically a black guy?
Because you're not black.
I'm making a point here. If you walk up to a black guy and you just go N-word, 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 and they punch you, and police show up, guess who are they gonna arrest?
The black guy.
I really thought you
Both
said
of you, actually.
Why me?
Because you instigated panic.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into a fight, all I'm gonna say is you said something that antagonized them, even if you didn't draw weapons or do anything. You basically goaded them into doing it. And I'm not saying, oh, you're a whole person, but you did kind of not really give them cause, but you kind of, I don't want to say teased, but you got them riled up, I guess.
You're the kid with the spitballs.
You're that guy.
Okay, but my point still stands.
Your point got blown over by a hurricane.
My
Harvey.
point was nothing. This hat, like,
Exactly.
Okay, no,
You're catching on.
no. I had this done personally. Okay, I was trying to defend myself, and apparently both of us got arrested. Okay, this happened in high school. Such bullshit the way it happened, though.
Wait, did that actually happen?
Yes. Someone was literally shooting like BBs out of a straw at me, and then they proceeded to throw my lunch like upside down, and then I started to beat them, and we were throwing punches to each other.
That happened to me, but we didn't get to a fight.
Like, and then we both got arrested.
That's amazing.
And they thought it was gang violence.
Did you just fly off the runway, Ryan? You sound like an airplane. You sound like an early, like, World War II, like...
Anyway, we're getting off track here.
We are.
Yes, we are. Okay. Whether or not Hook instigated it, okay. The long short of it is, they don't like us anymore. Or they don't like us even more now. Whoever fault it is, not saying it's Hook's, they just don't like us more now. Continue.
Well, specifically his character.
Hey Nid, do you want me to, you should probably pay me to track this Asher.
And why would I do that?
Well, do you want to lose eventual enemy that we could probably kill easily and interrogate?
But not necessarily in that order.
But there's no coin in it at the moment.
Hold on. I do have a counter offer here. Like, not trying to be mean. Like, one reason that Eegy should do this just, you know, to do it is if we find him, that's one less person that his, like, group has that could, you know, attack and kill us. Like, yeah, he could do it on his own, but he's on his own.
Well, okay, I also had... Okay. Fuck it. I can't. Now, hold on. My voice there. I was trying to do the Ned voice and I fucked up.
It doesn't sound like it's very easy.
No, it's not.
It's impressive.
Even though I am part Southern, kind of.
I can do William, just not during the actual recording for some reason. Ryan can attest to this, and I'm sad because of that.
Anyway,
Right.
I was going to point out, which day is it, Ryan?
I'm sorry, what?
Like,
Currently?
didn't you say like there was a certain number of days we had to go before we could
Wednesday.
kill
It was like-
somebody?
The third
I
day.
think it was...
We're at least like
We're
two,
on two or third day.
We're like on day 2 of 3, like
I think,
end of
yeah,
2.
I think you're on 2 of 3. Because I think Big Bad comes out on 5, right?
Big Bad what, 5?
Yeah, the boss
I
guy.
thought it was 7.
It's one or the other.
It's not the ring.
I didn't write that part down, sadly.
Okay, I could have sworn it was you got 3 days, and then like everyone starts fighting each other. I just didn't know like
Yeah.
Big Bad Man coming after 5 days or something.
Well, it does get me curious though. What's preventing us from fighting on the second or first day?
Nothing, unless there's some.
No one set
we
any
don't know about.
rules.
Well, they said you have 3 days until you have to fight, or like until the
They
fighting.
didn't. They're
will
not
start.
enforcing it though.
Well, we haven't heard of anyone that's broken that rule. So
How do you
if
know
anyone did break,
they broke it,
Well-
but you haven't heard from them?
Because the thing is that if they actually
we know?
did stir up trouble in the town,
How
the
would we
town guard would have been on more high alert for anybody with a bracer.
Oh yeah, it could make more trouble for everyone else.
Exactly.
But then you wouldn't even want to start conflict in a city. Then you'd want to do it where no one was. So either
Exactly.
between
So
cities
at
or
the
back.
moment, we're safe.
But we have to go to Ravengrove.
Unless we start fighting this group, they could still be in the town. We could get the guard on us because we tried to kill somebody.
You did?
Bad for business.
Like legit? Did we kill someone?
No, we didn't kill anybody in town.
No. The only thing we killed
Okay.
is dead.
The only thing we've
only-
ever... Okay, we've never killed a human being. We've
There
only
we
killed
go.
monsters so far.
We killed skeletons and
Yes.
scorpions. But like that was it.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Exactly.
we killed.
No humans.
Uh,
Not yet.
Did we remember what Asher's like group looked like? Like me and Eegy.
I mean, probably if you were face to face with them, it might take a little bit, but probably.
Like, but we at least saw their faces. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well, well, no, it's like dwarf, low charisma. He didn't really, he wasn't super into art, so I don't think he can like draw a knitted picture and be like, they look like this. I guess all we can do is be like, all right, Ned, this is what they look like if we actually see them. But he'll probably see the bracer
Noted.
before he recognizes them.
We could
Well, if they
always.
Well, considering that literally, that's like the thing I've always been doing. That's like what Nid has always been doing is like making sure that the person doesn't have a bracer before I even associate with them. And if I do, I pretty much captured Asher.
You weren't mean to him, though, right? You
Oh,
were
I
just
wasn't
like,
mean to him.
well, no, I
No.
just mean
Because I
us
was
as a
tr-
group. We weren't mean, were we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. Like, I know he was like afraid. It's like, oh, we're another group. I'm like, we didn't terrorize him, right?
It just kind of probably felt like a hostage situation.
I could have gave him food.
But
Well,
you
I
did
think he clued into the insanity when I threw the jewel out the tent.
a little bit.
Darn it! I should have given him pancakes.
But you didn't.
I gave Nid pancakes.
And that's why he stuck around.
He said it's for the gold. No,
I
it's
gave
because
Nid
of
money.
That is true. You did give me money.
I was with William and I got pancakes. But when I wasn't with William, I did not get pancakes. William equals more pancakes.
Anywho, I believe I actually asked the question to the cleric about where the
I'm sorry.
nomadic cleric went.
This just went so off the rails.
Is there any magic or spell that you could use that could tell us where they were or where they have been?
Actually, that is an excellent question.
Like out of character, there is a spell called like locate object, but it's just object.
Objects.
Look
I
to
don't
the
know if it's
footprints.
like locate owner of object.
I am actually looking at
We'd
something.
need like a piece of them, whether it was like a hair or something for like locate object, because you can use it on people we don't have anything really of theirs. Like yeah, we have holy symbols, but I don't
There's
know.
There's a
It's not
spell
part-
with the divination descriptor that's literally just called Steel Book. That's about the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen.
Steel book.
There's also a
s-
Yu-Gi-Oh card called Negate Attack, and it
Is
actually
a
even
book-
needs a description to tell you what it does.
Is like, can you steal a book, or is the book made out of steel?
It's to steal a book. I will give you that one.
Is it like it sucks the information out of it, or it just is like, hey, here, give me.
It
book.
doesn't have a description. It's a stub. Anyway, I'm
Okay,
gonna
sorry.
fluff this one.
See, like, I want to explore all these things we're talking about. It's like, crap, we're going off on a tangent, but I really want to know the answer to these things.
He says, I mean, you could ask outside of a game session. He says that he didn't really have. Oh God, sorry. He used to arrange trade with them, and he knows from that they came from the northern area. It always looked like they came from about the northeast, but he doesn't have an exact location. They always came to the bazaar, or to his tribe in the south. Most of his group usually hangs out around south of the oasis.
From north or from the north?
From north,
Okay.
east of where you currently are at.
Okay.
You having fun there, Riven? Alright, now I'm confused. Who the frick is who?
It's not me.
The
I
one,
haven't
the one
touched
on
my
the
mouse.
right is me.
Okay.
I haven't touched my mouse.
The one on the left is me.
Okay, I thought it was based on your account color. That's what I was like, they're both dark purple. I thought Riven found a way to do two of them at once, and I was a little bit concerned.
I should have kept that.
Quick hook, bring it across. Do it.
Well,
Oh shit.
have there been any more?
Yes.
Wait, we're still talking to the guy, right?
Yes.
Have
No,
there
he's
been-
gone. The aliens came.
Quick hook, lock onto the target.
Oh,
There you go.
can
Oh,
Eegy
there.
just go and try to find Asher like on her own?
If you
what
want.
I was gonna say was, is there any more like undead activity or like weird like unholy disturbances that are going on besides, skeletons spawning from tainted holy symbols? Like asking this guy,
they've heard.
looking for a hint to go to Ravengrow or somewhere.
Wow, that's oddly specific there, William.
Well, I don't want to be like, give me a reason to go to Ravengrow. It's just I've heard people
James.
say, other people have said, a thing is happening in Ravengrow. We haven't really, wondered about it.
That makes me think of Darkness Rising. Golly, let's go to the mountains. But you guys don't even know where he's at. I think he's in the mountain.
Methinks the adventure lies that way.
That's the one.
Sorry, I don't mean to jump the gun.
I know, I'm just trying to like refocus on what I was saying.
What does Cleric Man know about weird things happening, even if it's not Ravengrow?
He's heard that about the time the clerics stopped coming. It seems like the dead aren't staying in their tombs.
All at once? Or, like,
No, it seems certain ones, and there doesn't really seem to be a pattern to it. It just seems that some dead aren't staying dead. Even up here, and it seems down in Ravengrow, there's tell of it too. They have an old asylum that's always been haunted, but it seems the dead are actively, some are even guarding the place.
Dead
No one
guard.
seems. No one.
Like, he's
seems
saying that under his breath, like, not like asking. He's like, why?
Perhaps the rise of the undead is linked to whatever happened to these clerics of Pharasma. Normally, it's their duty to destroy undead. Without them, I imagine bad things would happen.
Alright, well, this isn't an elder, this is like a cleric. Does this guy look old, young, well into his golden years? Like,
He's older. I want to say like 50, and he is human.
so younger than me.
Yes. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Rudy Tooty point and shooty. And it's like point at the gun you have.
I came back to something interesting.
That ain't a regular weapon. I ain't seen ranged weapons like that
Oh,
before.
we're just talking about Nid's background story.
Oh, have at it.
Even well,
I just want to know where he got his gun, and like what wars he's been in.
Too many to count.
Because guns, like, I'm not gonna say, oh, they've never been around. Just they aren't like super common.
That is true.
But he's a veteran,
like, yeah,
so he has to
a
pick up a
gunslinger. It's
weapon.
just guns in general, like, aren't super common in Pathfinder. Like, you have to know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy in, like, the Great Empire.
Well, I happen to do know a guy.
And we're just gonna look at him and be like, ah, there we go.
Well, James, you have to think. How did they fly
Shit.
planes first time?
I didn't write down his name.
How did they fly planes?
Yes.
They had like 50 designs, and all the ones that didn't work got just thrown out. Like, they were like, alright, let's try the cube. Nope. That's not it.
No. You're saying that when...
Can I just interrupt here?
Yeah, go ahead.
And say that we should just cut to where Eegy is looking for the guy, and we probably should look for Eegy.
Yeah.
I want to be like, no, Hook, go on. Riven has a point.
We can talk about this later.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hook, do you have scent?
Scent?
He has survival, but...
Yeah, but like,
still,
his
yeah.
scent would matter if he had it.
Catfolk, which his is a variant of, I don't think
No,
they
it's
have
not.
scent. I know.
Wolf.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was Catfolk variant.
Doesn't look like it.
I know he's not this, but I know half-orcs have the scent ratio.
I know James was using the Anthro races from 3.5 to do his race.
Oh, then he might. Yeah.
I did. He said he didn't have it.
It's not written down here.
Okay.
Oh darn.
Roll a survival.
I don't
And
have
I'll
survival. Oh, it's off wisdom, which
Like-
it's just a d20.
Like, how far ahead of us is he? Like, did he just leave and keep going, or are we following him?
He left when the ritual started,
Oh well, he's a.
and
I
he
see
got
bugs.
a lot higher than that for stealth to cover his tracks, which means he's moving slower, but he's covering his tracks.
Well, it's also bizarre, so there's God knows how many tracks.
Well, I mean, the crowd's thinning, right?
It is, but still quite a few people on the last day. It's just
To be
less
fair-
crowded.
To be fair, out of character, like, I'm not trying to like not spoil, but not trying to tell you what to do. But you could like also talk to people if you don't like pass on survival lists. Obviously, you did not pass the survival check, but you could ask people instead of just looking.
The
Anyway,
question
continue.
with that is, why would people have any reason to take notice of a random person?
He's new. They probably recognize each other from the last vendors.
There's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of people that are new.
The vendor.
I mean,
What is
Are-
this? The
like,
vendors
are different-
convention.
are the people here like humans or like mixed races?
Nope, they're all
It's
dinosaurs.
they're all dinosaurs
You're
now.
talking to a raptor right now.
Hey, Raptorans are a thing.
Like them, they're cool.
Yeah.
They can fly.
I want to say it's like 80% human. There's a few lizard folk in the crowd.
Ooh, give him a high five for me.
I mean, you can just go give them a high five. It'll just be like a medium five because you're a dwarf.
I want to find the nearest lizard folk,
Hip
give him
level,
a high five, and walk
hip
away
level
while they're
5.
next.
That could get awkward.
Give him a mid five, then run away back to where I was before they even have time to question me.
They just look a little confused, but they
Give him a
just
thumbs up, keep running.
It's
They
mostly
needed it.
just humans with a little bit of lizard folk.
Okay. So I run up to the nearest person who looks like who's like been watching other people.
So a merchant,
Yes.
because they'd be looking for customers.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
if you wanted to look for somebody that's looking at other people, you'd have to like perception or whatever to like point
I
them
thought
out.
so.
In particular.
So should I just roll a perception or?
You
Yeah,
could just talk to a regular dude if you want.
but again, like random people don't have a reason to see other random people.
Well, it's got to be
like-
that one paranoid merchant.
Is there like some homeless guy that's going arms for the poor?
Oh my gosh, probably
This
not.
man's a sage. I'll talk to him.
Jeez.
Wow. So you notice several guards nearby.
Don't move! I'm coming to you.
They would probably be your best bet for looking for different people.
All right. I hastily like not run at them, but like just jog up to them.
Full speed ahead.
You just stop in front of them, panting with your tail wagging.
All right, dog person. So I walk up to them and says, "Hey." I walk up to them and ask, "Hey, have you seen my friend? He's wearing a bracelet like this. I was wondering if you've seen anyone that's been wearing like this."
He leans slightly to the side and looks at the people behind you. Yeah, there's a few of them back there. We seem to have gotten several within the last couple of days. Are you guys in a gang?
Long story short, no.
You're a liar.
James, they're clerics, not blacksmiths. They
I
handle
thought you said they're
divine.
guards.
No. I'm talking to James because James typed a thing.
Oh,
Well, yeah, but they at least have some magic. They could look into things.
If it was divine, they could, and they inform you that it is not.
oh, I forgot to
Thank
show
you
my
for
knife
your
to
help.
the clerics. Shoot.
I mean,
Also-
again, clerics, not blacksmiths.
All right, Ryan, I'm sending you a thing on Kick, so check your phone.
Oh, okay.
It's not like super important. It's just an idea I had that you might be like, that's a thing.
Okay.
So the guards said there were a couple of them behind me.
Well, they were looking at Ned and William. But
Notice? If so, I wave at them.
they said that they've had a few come through the town here recently. None of them really caused any trouble, so they didn't make much notice of them. But he says that they heard stories that a couple of them might be royalty.
Oh, well.
James, can I just appreciate that name? Hornbjorn!
I told you this name before.
I know, and I thought it was great then.
Continue. I'll explain it to you guys after this.
Oh, royalty, you say? Oh.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't really seen much royalty around. Are they on Elephant, I've heard?
He says he didn't see it personally, but a couple of guard buddies of his said that something about a prince proposed in the middle of town. He's not quite sure to who or to what, but all he heard is that there was a big celebration for the next few days.
Are we in earshot?
Yeah, you can be. I assume you guys would just walk up, considering you guys don't like to let her talk to people by herself.
Good.
Oh,
Ma'am, why are you leaving your husband behind?
Jesus.
I'm just gonna give her like a goofy grin as this guy saying proposed in front of all these people and basically like recounting what happened. Just look at her and give her like a cheeky grin of like a, that's
Here
right,
Here
we're
comes-
engaged.
We're in this together.
I really want to do something, but I
Well, not
don't
just that,
want to
like, being
create a
earnest.
big scene.
Please tell me you just take off your glove and you just go, I challenge you to a duel.
No.
Yeah.
More like
Smack her
fetch
on
the
ass
guards
and then
at
pull her close by
Nid.
her head. Yeah.
You
Like,
do what?
fetch the guards at Nid and then stealthily run away.
How the hell can you do that?
Like,
What have I done?
no, I wanted to do that, but like, no, I'm not doing that.
I'm trying to figure out how you could do that.
Well, no, just tell a lie to the guards and then.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think your charisma is?
It's at 11, but I have no modifiers for it.
So that.
I heard 0.
Eegy pulls away from the small dwarf. And proceed to say, well, I think I found the others.
Hi, wife. And like gives like a okay. All I can think of is like a Mr. Toodaloo kind of like finger wave. like goofy kind of wave.
He says, is there any particular reason why, or is there any particular one that you're looking for? If someone's lost, we can help look for them.
Kind of, I wouldn't say lost, but separated.
Okay, out of character, do we know what he looks like?
I hope you know what
yeah.
he looks like.
Like Ryan
I
hasn't
completely forgot
described
what-
him, but we saw him face to face.
I know,
So yeah, we
but-
do know.
Eegy just points to Nid and says he knows.
Okay, is he taller or shorter than the dwarf?
He's taller than the dwarf.
Okay, we work from there.
I just imagine all three of you are trying to give a description to a sketch artist, and it turns into some kind of three-headed beast.
That's the thing. I'm not.
Point at it. That's him!
I'm actually not convinced to like go track this guy down. He's not worth my time at the moment.
Then you don't have to.
Exactly. I'm not.
You can just go find some popcorn and watch.
Oh, we
That's
don't
what I'm doing.
face. But like, it's not like we must stop him before he tells his friends our secrets. We didn't really do anything.
What, tell them that we're, like, incompetent idiots?
They
Yeah.
don't need him to tell us that, or they don't need him. Yeah, they don't need to tell. Oh help, Ryan, can you say it for me?
Say what? I'm sorry.
They don't need him to figure that out about us. There we go.
They don't.
Yeah.
They
They
can
kind
just
of.
look at us.
They probably already thought you were an idiot around the time of the proposal.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I walk up to the guards and I'm like, thank you, gentlemen, for a moment of your time. Don't worry, we'll get this wolf girl a little help. All right, see ya.
They
Wanna,
just
like-
look a little confused.
I wanna shake
Eegy goes
for an-
straight to the group, but, like, just kind of... Well, not directly towards them, but kind of, like, stealthily.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just wanted to get a little bit of information of what they're talking about.
Of the guards?
No, the group, the people with the bracers.
That was us.
That, yeah. I
Oh,
said that a couple
shit,
of
I'm
times.
sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, never mind. Forget all that.
Yep.
You got some good information there, buddy.
Let me know what you find out. You guys are just tormenting these poor people.
Well, yeah. Not trying to, just I don't know how social interaction works.
Okay, so basically, we're in a huddle right now, right?
Yeah.
At this point, okay. I go, okay, we gotta get the fuck out of town.
I'm with you there, Ned, but
I
why
want
specifically?
Nid to have hammer space, or like you can pull anything out of a pocket, and he just like pulls up a chart, and here's why, and starts flipping through the pages of it, and it's just like diagrams of Hook setting the town on fire.
Well,
That's actually my
conveniently-
question.
Conveniently enough, Ryan, in my inventory.
Oh lord.
Like, why? Like, I'm all for that, Ned, but why do we need to? Why so urgent to get out of town?
Because we're not making any money dilly-dallying around this godforsaken place.
Yeah, but if we go to am I earshot of the guards still?
I thought we were all together.
Depends on how far away you guys wanted to get.
Like you said, you pulled Eegy away and from the guards,
I
right?
pulled all three of us away.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. Ned seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, but what if the killing starts and we just kill the remaining people or the remaining survivors?
Ned's got a gun. We'll be fine.
Okay, what if there was a whole group of people from all sides decides
Premium
to
ammo.
what?
Premium ammo.
Okay, Ryan. Anyway, no, continue, Hook. If there's a bunch of people, like, keep going. Go
If
ahead.
there were 7 people all surrounding us and Nid
four
over
of them
here.
by watermelon.
Wait, hold on. No, I want to see where Hook goes with this. Go ahead.
Stop.
If there's 7 people,
There's 7 people surrounding us, and Nid has 3 rounds. How do you think
Okay.
this is gonna help?
you do realize
Here's
there's
the
more than just
thing.
Ned. We can fight too.
I have
Look,
4
look.
rounds.
Whatever. 4 rounds.
Sorry. Hook's whole argument is now in the toilet because he was off by 1.
So I think we should see how this goes and then loot their bodies as they're licking their wounds.
They won't attack us in town. We can't. They will strike us.
Well,
when
then
they
let's
expect
just track them down until they kill themselves or something.
We just gotta be on the lookout for these they're clerics, because I'm getting the feeling that they ain't no survivors.
it. Just kind of like scratch my head. It's like Eegy. There's so far there's nothing for us here. Nothing for us here. We can't learn anything. We can't earn any money. So right now we're just targets waiting to be shot at. We don't have an advantage here.
Not to
Can I
mention, this is
roll
what-
to think that Eegy believes them or not?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Well, normally, I don't know.
She's being stubborn.
James, I know players don't usually roll against each other, but would this be diplomacy to try and convince her?
Sure.
Close enough.
I don't want to, like, have players roll
Well, no.
against each other often
Well, no,
because
like-
it turned into hell in one of our previous games.
Oh, it went horribly, but the thing is, Hook's not as bad as Pang.
Yeah.
Also, Pang, if somehow you end up watching this, hi! I miss you being my DM slightly.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
ain't
miss-
gonna.
I don't miss the spectral horse charging with no save despite it being 120 feet away.
Me neither. I just miss Pang. He's funny.
I'll give you that.
So you're gonna roll that or?
Yeah, he actually made, like... He actually gave you a drive to get better in Pathfinder, so I
Did
can't
he?
fault him for that. Well, no, he kept trying to one-up you, and so you kept trying to make a better character in my game.
Oh. I guess have Eegy contest it with a diplomacy?
How?
Okay, you're trying to convince her to do something that you want her to do.
Oh, so
She's
okay.
trying to argue that, and that she wants to do her own
Well,
thing.
That would be more wisdom, like trying to be receptive or rejecting.
Alright.
Well, either way, it's a 0. So.
Okay, well, that's actually better because I'm like, well, if I'm wrong, then well, it's still the same number.
Well,
I'll let you two sort that out.
Uh,
I'm
well,
not gonna god mod.
are you convinced?
Are you not entertained?
Can I?
like I'm
Okay.
not lying to Eegy. Like I'm actually saying, like we don't have much to do here other than a few guards and some merchants. There's no money
You're gonna
or
do a few guards and
answers here.
merchants?
Okay, so yeah, she believes you.
I'm gonna like pat her on the back and being like, "All right, thank you."
This momentous occasion.
Yeah.
She
I'm, like,
she crosses
actually
her
happy.
arms and just kind of gives like a pouty face, like that she's proved wrong.
Just come on.
I go over.
We'll
I
have
go
fun.
over.
We'll
I
have
go
fun.
over. I go. Don't worry, kid. Think about it. We'll be going to a city, an actual city with dumbass people that are easy to pickpocket.
Yeah, that. And then just pause for a minute. No, not that.
Hey,
Ryan,
Yes.
you're my hero.
That was Ryan's doing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was like, Hook, why would you say that? And then say, hey. I'm gonna quote Axel here. Two.
So
Wait.
I look at the guys and I literally think, okay, so how should we get there? Are we walking, or should we maybe get a horse or two?
A horse? I'd say a horse or two, because
A horse or two
more
for 3
easy
people.
picking. Yeah, like 3 horses. It'll.
Is the couple
Oh.
gonna ride together?
Well, yeah.
You can
No,
put the
no,
bears in a
let's-
saddlebag.
no,
Well,
we came in with our elephants.
I'm
It's fun.
sorry. I lost the deposit on the elephant. I'm not getting that back.
Didn't have it back by midnight.
You know how
Oh,
much it
with
is
his
to rent an
little
elephant?
pucks.
Wait, where did you guys say you wanted to go?
To
Raven
the
Grove.
city, Raven Grove.
Okay.
Not really anything for us here right now, unless you have like a plot hook to take us somewhere else. Which, if you do, like, go for it.
1 second.
Like, and I'm not being like, oh, go ahead and cop out and make a plot hook. No, like, if you have like a certain thing that you want to draw attention to, yeah, go ahead.
Oh God, sorry. Ugh.
James, make sure he's not dead.
Check his pulse, Yugi.
Lord.
Before we go, they
Jesus.
did mention the clerics. Can we stop by, like, and see what that's all about before we go? Just
What are
to
you
tie up
talking
any
about?
loose ends we have.
What?
The clerics in the northeast.
Yeah, he said that they were. Did they go northeast? I thought that he said they went south. There was a tribe further south or something.
He was part of the tribe further to the south. Whenever the clerics came down, they came. When he was in the south, they came from the, like, straight north, and whenever he was in where you guys currently are for the bazaar, they came from the northeast.
So did they? Did he say like where they actually went?
He says he doesn't know an exact location. He just knows that they dwelled in the northern part of the desert.
Well, no, that's not what I meant. Like
Oh,
they
sorry.
came, they did business. Where'd they go?
They went back to where
They
they
went
came-
back north.
Yeah.
Okay. Considering that we don't know anything about the northern region, convenient from this map.
Yeah, I was like, we have a map. Well, like, I gave it like to Nid, and then he looked at me like I was a moron, which I kind of, well, you know, am. But like,
I
will the
mean-
map show us?
if we're going to track down their clerics, we're gonna have to ask some people around here to see if we have any northern folk around.
Like, for a guide?
Gonna have to. Between that, because this damn near map doesn't show anything besides Raven Grove.
What about, is Dante still around, or did he leave?
You can try to find him if you want.
I'll remind Nid, what about Dante? He might know.
Let's hit up the local tavern.
Yeah. Just feel like poke Eegy, like, come on, Fuzz, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Grumble, grumble.
Crumble grumble. He's invented his own language.
Bite me.
Hey Ryan.
Yeah.
Just I just need to like know, like, did we get paid for the little guard duty we did?
Yeah, we did.
I thought so.
Okay.
I thought he told us last game.
I'll
He
have to check.
reported it.
I know I recorded. I just need to look at the recording.
It wasn't like a bunch of it. It might have been like somewhere between 5 and 10 gold. It wasn't like a bunch, but given the fact that 1 gold can, what was it? 1 gold can buy you a week's worth of like food and shelter at an inn. It's not bad.
Okay.
You know, just for guard duty.
Well, that, and I do remember the part where you literally were doing a debriefing, and I was literally standing outside the tent telling you to hey,
I know.
hello.
You
Okay.
wouldn't give up your gun, so you're like, I'm staying out here.
No, that wasn't. That was the
No, that
elder.
was the elder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in the military tent.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, anyways.
We're in the tavern.
Yes, you guys head back to the tavern. Oh God, sorry.
While we're going,
Edit
I'm
out
just
my
gonna be
coughs.
looking at the map, looking for, you know, paths and stuff, like how to get to, like, the general area of where we were told the clerics were. We were just told, hey, they're in the northeast, or like, oh, they're in this town or this far away.
Give me 1 second.
No, they've only said northeast.
Crap.
They never mentioned anything about a settlement or anything like that.
Okay.
Ryan, is this compass accurate or?
That's why
It's
I
a
put
compass.
Okay.
It's a It's a.
You're right, Hook. You caught it. It was slightly a little bit counterclockwise.
it there. There you go. That makes more sense, right?
Actually, it does.
I need one with Weast. Oh,
I can
God.
do 2 if that's not enough.
No, that's fine. Let me respond to that really quick. Sorry.
Oh my god, it's a celestial compass!
Are you okay, Ryan?
Yeah, my
Awesome.
throat's just starting to. Blech. I think it's starting
He's
to
got
hurt,
the ick.
but I do.
He's got the Jontron.
Jafari syndrome.
I've got Jafari syndrome. It's my disease. It's progressed to Jafari. So therefore I die. Sorry. That was a horrible thing. I'm sorry. That was too far for stretching.
Is it?
Could have been no, Riven. It could have been a lot better. So yeah, like I'm ashamed of that.
Okay. You guys head back to the tavern. It's kind of still like a local crowd. It's smaller than it used to be. Because you can tell people have been clearing out. The innkeeper waves to you as you come in. And he kind of calls out, he's like, "Hey, can I get you guys anything?"
How many people are in the bar or pub or inn or the place?
Tavern.
Ow. Shoot, let's just say like 18 for now, because it's like middle of the day. Everybody's still out like shopping or doing their final bits of business.
Wait, who drinks in the middle of the day?
You're
yo.
gonna make me drink in the middle of the day.
That'd be me. I'm a dwarf. How much is a single like alcoholic beverage?
Depends on what you get.
Well, I'd imagine that's time for lunch, so I definitely want to hit that lunch.
Let's say mead, like generic mead.
It's probably like not even a silver.
All right, I'll give him like 1 gold and say a round of mead for anyone that asks for it.
Well, shoot. And he's like, "Well, thank you." People start kind of coming up to get some too.
But
and-
like when they say that, it's just don't tell anyone that it was from me. Just say it's on the house.
Friendly friends.
I suppose got to.
I mean, if you want to.
Like,
Well.
I want to make people happy. Just don't put me in the limelight.
Well, I'll take up the first one and be like, "To the prince!"
Oh,
Damn it!
Some of the townsfolk recognize him and was like, "Hey, he's back!" And they kind of start
Where's my wife?
getting a little more enthusiastic with things. I feel like you guys can't keep this up forever, but I feel like at the same time you're going to anyway.
I'm gonna
Next thing-
beat this. motherfucker to the ground.
You're gonna re-raise it and then beat it
wasn't
again.
No part of this. This was forced on me. I'm not forced. This was
No,
pushed
it
upon me.
wasn't.
No,
Oh, no,
I was
it
told, hey, you're
was.
Prince, and I was like, all right, sure, whatever, but this won't last very long. And it's still going.
You had plenty of chances to get this to be over.
Story
Well,
that
yeah, how do you go about saying, sorry, I'm not really a prince, I'm a fraud?
I really thought you were gonna say
like
I'm a
that,
frog.
actually.
I'm a little bit disappointed. But he hears Ned like mention something about lunch, and he he says, if you guys want to go ahead and sit down, he like hands you a couple menus of just kind of like basic stuff. Says if you guys want to tell me what you want, we'll go ahead and bring some food out for you.
Roasted duck.
Roasted duck. Are you gonna make this ridiculous?
No. I'd say,
Look, is it sad that I'm literally thinking about the food in Monster Hunter World?
Oh, that's
well, it's not
delicious.
sad. Like, okay, the way that a lot of the food in Monster Hunter looks, I'm like, I want to try that.
Well, it's a lot like Final Fantasy 15.
Oh,
The food in Final Fantasy 15 looks amazing.
it looks awesome, and I want it so bad. I'd say just seasoned
Maybe.
steak, rare, seasoned with pepper and I don't want to say sea salt. That's what it is. A bit of sea salt. I was gonna say rock salt. I'm like, no, that's not right. You put that on the ground.
He kind of grimaces when you say rare, but he writes it down.
Not too rare. It's gotta be dead. Whenever I get it, it's gotta be dead.
I lean
Medium
over
rare.
him and
Not rare.
I go, make that 3 to make this easier on us.
Does he
I
have
want
any
my cooked
complaints?
more. Almost
Okay.
burnt.
It comes back and it's just black. Thank
I
you.
said almost burnt, not
Just a
completely
piece of
burnt.
charcoal with like a piece of lettuce next to it for a garnish.
There you go.
He takes the
Exciting.
tickets back and hands it to the chef. He asks, did anything bring you guys back this time? This evening?
We were hoping to find our BFF Dante.
Yeah, Scarface.
Carface.
Can I I elbow Eegy? She means Dante, and I keep elbowing her. Don't do that. It's not nice.
I don't think that.
Can you at that point get a squirt bottle? Bad Iggy.
I'm really tempted to just kick him off the stool.
It's like but you can't say that to people that have feelings.
It's a cool thing, though.
I'm feeling like she's just gonna be extremely polite to undead because they don't have feelings. I'm sorry, what was the last thing that was said?
Why couldn't you have been born a dwarf?
I don't remember that, but okay.
No, not that part.
We
last
just
we
got
happened,
done
we
ordering food and we
That's all
asked
we did.
about Dante.
Or where he is, what he's doing, if he's still actually here. Hopefully.
Sorry, I'm trying not to cough. He says
Water or
that
anything, Ryan?
I have water, that's the problem.
Okay.
It's just like the more I'm talking, the more I'm like, ribbit. It's just like, blech. He said he remembers him coming back with you guys, and he was checking out the job board to see if anything else needed to be done, and he thinks that he had it out recently. Not like within the last hour, but like this morning. But he thinks that he was on like a relatively simple job, so he might even be back by tonight.
What was the job, if you don't mind me asking? Surely there's like a lot of people know like what's on the bounty board, and if one of the jobs is taken, you usually know who took it.
Yeah, he heads back to the counter and he starts shuffling through some paperwork. And he says, it was just to deliver some goods to a southern tribe. It seems they left too early and forgot something that they had already paid for. He should, if all goes well, should be back by tonight. They can't have gotten too far by now.
Like, what time of the day is it?
Midday.
Morning, afternoon?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like midday. Unless you have a sundial, that's about as close as you're gonna get.
It's not midday. It's 2 hours past midday.
You think we can just deliver it to him so he can finish the delivery?
What?
What?
Yeah.
He's already gone.
Yeah, I know. Wait, aren't we going to the south or the north?
We don't. We're going to the north, I assume, because that's where the clerics.
I'm looking at the.
clerics.
I'm looking at the map. Okay, I'm just. It's confusing me.
We want to go to. Okay, well, we heard about. We don't necessarily like super want to go to, but we heard about Raven, and that's in the south. We heard about something to do with the clerics in the northeast. But we can go either way. But you know, we came here looking for the clerics.
If we're going to still do the
Yeah.
if we're still gonna son of a bitch. If we're still gonna hunt down the clerics to this little skeleton problem, then yeah, we should probably keep going for them. So we have to go north. Otherwise, I'm all for going to Ravengrove, because it looks like there ain't no money in this shit anyway. That wasn't a rhetorical statement.
Sorry, say that again. I was actually looking around on the map.
Fuck you.
Sorry. Actually, something's screwing up my browser.
If there isn't any money in us going after clerics, then I'm all hell bent on going to Ravengrove.
Well, it's clerics, divine spellcasters. Surely they have something of value. Like, us bringing them back here, that's got to at least get us a reward from the citizens.
That better be a good long-term gain, because the short-term one's looking pretty good.
Alright, let's go to Ravengrove then.
The clerics are well renowned for like their demand for like blessings from people, or giving blessings to the common people, so surely they would have a vested interest in us actually getting them back.
Well then, I asked the innkeep, is there any northern dwellers around here?
He says that there's not really, like, a way to tell other than yelling, "Where are you from, Joe?" I mean, not to do that. But he says some of the merchants might know. They generally are in good contact with each other, and some of them might even be heading there since this is the last few days of the bazaar.
It sounds like we need to put in a call with our little vendor friends.
I was really hoping you were going to say a friend request.
Like, does this town not exist outside of this one event per year?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Sorry.
Why specific? I'm not asking like in character. I'm like wondering why specifically here in the middle of nowhere.
It's close to an oasis, and it's close to the outside of the desert world, so people outside will want to come in.
Ah, there you go. All right, proceed.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ryan. I don't want to be rude or anything, but could you cough away from the mic when you can?
I would love to. Dude, I literally have my mic to the left of my head. Like, it has bent all the way back.
Oh.
Like...
I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just...
No, I get that. And it's fine, because that's why I've moved it. I don't want it to pick up. I was right about to ask if maybe we should call it here and pick it up another day, because it's not like I'm going to cough less as the night goes on.
We can, but like, I'd like to end it on something that's like, cliffhanger-y.
Yeah, I've had it.
Just, done.
Well, I guess we better stop pussyfooting around and get some horses.
you okay, Ryan? You need
No.
anything?
To die.
Hot dog.
Okay,
Give him a cough
something
drop,
that doesn't
jeez.
leave me alone in this world.
I don't have cough drops. That's the problem. It's too late to make tea.
No, it's not, but you might be up for a while.
That's the problem. I have work tomorrow, and if I have any caffeine, I'm gonna be up past 2.
Definitely
Yeah, you're always
should
up
get
for, like,
some decaf there.
Can tonight just be a half session and we just pick it up later?
I'd love to do that. Like, I'm all for that.
I'm needing some alcohol for that. For this.
Yeah, I'm ahead of you.
Me too. There we go.
Join us,
Now it's
Riven.
accurate.
There you go, Hook. You can have a brain.
I already have a brain.
But you have one
No, you don't.
you have one that thinks that bats fly.
They do!
Wait, hold on. What?
Bats fly!
They go through the air.
They glide and fly.
You ever see a bat flap its wings?
Yes!
Have you seen Batman? And I don't mean Batman. I mean the bat in Batman.
Yes, and they fly.
Alright, hold on.
A cartoon show
Where's my phone?
that
All
has to
three
be
of you are
100%
dumb.
accurate.
Hold on.
Hooking up a video. I'm putting a
Okay,
video
Google.
overlaying this showing bats flying.
Do bats fly?
According to Orkin, bats are the only mammal that uses its own power to fly. Some
Bull.
mammals, such as flying squirrels, can glide but they do not fly. Bats, on the other hand, fly and control their flight and power.
Bull.
Whereas birds have feathers, bats only have fur.
Well,
Bull.
clearly I've been proven wrong.
I told you bats flew!
Hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
Hook,
Where are you getting
you're-
your authority that
you're-
they don't?
Okay, he's saying that they fly because they flap their wings.
Okay, never mind.
That's literally the extent of that thought.
I mean, it worked with Icarus
Hook. This is a
for a
bat
bit.
according to the tagging system.
What is
That
that
is-
thing?
Look at his face.
That
I
is
don't know.
extremely high quality. Why
He's
is...
got the face of the colossal titan.
Oh, geez, you're right. What is wrong with this ass?
I find it funny of all things, Hook. looks
Hook
at
asking
it
the real
as-
questions.
Like, he could literally ask any question, but he specifically went for the ass for the first question.